What's happening, guys? This is Logan Robinson from BucsGameday.com. I'm here with River. I almost said Rover.
What was that?
River.
Try one more time.
A lot of Rovers happening in this defense with Todd Bowles, so that's where it's coming into play here in my voice. But what I'm saying is River Wells,
that's
our lead editor at Bucs Game Day.
Second time's the charm, baby.
Day 8. We're in day 8. We had clouds. It was not so crazy. It's sunny right now, but during the majority of camp today, clouds, so nice and cool.
It is nice. Yeah, that's a big one, guys.
Felt good, but I will say we do have to start off with some tougher news. I wouldn't say it's severe news, but Baker Mayfield, a report came out this morning that he suffered an injury in yesterday's practice, and it's something that you and I were viewing. I noticed him leaving. It was team drills, and it was weird.
It was yesterday, yeah.
It was weird because the first team was going on, and Baker Mayfield's on the other side, on the other field, doing a few things, getting looked at and such, and you saw Kyle Trask working with the one. Yep. So that noticeably was different as well, but it came out today that he's dealing with a hand contusion in his throwing hand. We actually saw him out here. He was in street clothes, nothing on the throwing hand, no brace, no wrap or anything, so I think that's a good sign. And Todd Bowles just spoke with us as well, doesn't think it's anything to be worried about. Almost feels like a vet day, but just so happened to be that he did ding up his hand yesterday.
Yeah, we'll see how quickly he can come back. Todd Bowles kind of gave two different sort of answers. He said he's day-to-day, but then also said we gave him the day off. So it's possible that we actually might see him back out here tomorrow.
Wouldn't be shocked with
or they could be cautious. They could rest him tomorrow, then you get an off day on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And then Monday you can get back at it. So either way, looks like he's probably going to be here sooner than later, but looks like the Bucs are going to try and get another veteran quarterback perhaps in the room, as Todd Bowles seemed to kind of imply.
Yeah, they've been working on it. He had been kind of teasing that, I guess you could say, throughout training camp so far, with Michael Pratt being out. And I will say, though, with Baker Mayfield being out today, it allowed for Kyle Trask to work with the ones. And we were talking yesterday about kind of the regression that we saw in camp from him. But today, he looked a lot sharper. He had a couple touchdown throws today. What were your thoughts on Kyle Trask?
He did look a lot sharper today, moving the ball around the field a little bit. Actually, this end zone right here that we're standing in front of, you could definitely see that he was making the throws. Red zone went really good for the offense today, so they're going to want to keep that up into the future. So it definitely looked a lot sharper, and he's going to have to if Baker Mayfield's out for another day. So we'll see what happens with that.
Well, and too, when you work with the ones, you get a better offensive line as well, too, working with that unit. So you're not working with the second team offensive line. So that allows for Kyle Trask to have some more times. Also, too, when you get to work with Mike Evans as well, who scored a touchdown today and was making plays. That's something that I think every Buccaneers fan should be very happy about. Yes, there's been a few days, limited days maybe for Mike, but outside of really one day where we didn't see him participating in team, he has been active all throughout this training camp, and it's something that I always monitor because of the hamstring and the issues there, but it seems like he did a really good job this offseason of being able to be available.
He did.
A lot this training camp, and it's hot. It's not easy to be out here, but I mean...
it's not easy for us to watch, guys. So,
so rough.
Imagine playing. Speaking of Mike Evans, though, good connection with Kyle Trask, right?
Yeah.
But defense had some more ball hawk tendencies today. No picks, however... 2 forced fumbles from the defense.
Who were they from?
Looks like we have one later in the day, Christian Izien on Devin Culp, but then earlier in the day, Benjamin Morrison, the rookie, on Mike Evans. So you'll want to see that from your guys there. I believe, unfortunately, I think the first one from Morrison went out of bounds, and then I think Culp recovered the second one from Izien, so they didn't get any back. But it is good to see them making those punch-outs and those plays in training camp. Todd Bowles says, when I want ball hawks, I'm not just talking about interceptions. I'm talking about getting fumbles, getting your hands in there from the defensive linemen, from the safeties, from the linebackers. Looks like that's happening today. Christian Izien has been flying around so far all camp. Todd Bowles said he already made the team, and he is already doing some really good stuff.
Yeah, and with you bringing in these younger, really talented DBs, it's allowed for more competition in this room. Izien actually punched out the ball from Devin Culp, who actually was just walking by us. So he came. I'm glad we didn't bring that up right when Devin was walking by. So he gave us a nod, and I was like, let's wait until he passes by. But Devin Culp, who has had a fantastic start to camp as well and is getting tons of opportunities on air. And
we've talked about how he has the opportunity to potentially take that tight end 2 spot from Payne Durham after Payne Durham. Start a little bit.
Yeah.
And then segueing. I'm on the segue.
Keep going, baby. Keep going.
Kate Otten, who's tight end 1 here in Tampa Bay,
just walked
out
by us,
once again. A few injuries mounting up. Tez Johnson didn't participate today. Todd Bull says he's day-to-day. Probably just some hamstring stuff going on. Trey Palmer, still not practicing. I don't think I saw him out here.
I did at the end. I did. Yeah, I came out a little bit later, but he did walk out with Chris Godwin. And I got my first chance to really be up close with Chris Godwin. He has nothing, no braces on that leg, and is walking fully. I mean, regular walk. I mean, and we're going to give our analysis on walking here, but looks good. You
can tell by the gait, really.
Yeah. But no, I mean, that's the thing. When you look at the wide receiver room, that's what Todd Bowles said. Like, he is going to give some rest days to these guys because they are the ones that are flying around, always running and getting a lot of reps and team drills when you're in training camp. So, like a guy like Tez Johnson giving him some rest. And Emeka Egbuka, though, he just, I think, just wants to be out here on the field 24/7, and he's just that kind of guy. That's Emeka Egbuka
for sure. Yeah, he had that shin wrap. We're not sure what that's about, but he's playing.
A shin wrap, yeah.
Yeah, he's participating, so that's good.
I think he's fine, yeah.
Todd Bowles mentioned kind of that receivers go in and out during camp because of how much they run, so that's why we have a lot of them, is what he said. They most certainly do. Even the depth guys were making plays today. Garrett Green out of West Virginia, converted quarterback to a wide receiver. Made some good catches today. He had a big jumping one here right there.
Yeah.
In the end zone here. So this is where all the red zone work took place, right here behind us. And I think the first day in camp, maybe in camp, I think the offense won the red zone. I think the defense has won the red zone pretty much.
Back-to-back touchdowns.
Yes.
Today.
Every time. But Connor Bazelak out of Bowling Green, Kyle Trask, they all had sort of a, if I'm facing the end zone here, the right side here, they were really hitting some guys there.
Yeah, and Garrett Green, number 85, he had a really nice snag too, going to the sideline, probably I'd say like 25, 30-yard throw and catch, and took the hit. I don't know who hit him, but he did take a shot there on the sideline. I did sense a little bit more of some chippiness. A lot of guys want to tackle.
You love chippiness. You're a big chippiness.
I'm a big chippiness guy. I like energy. I like guys that come and bring the juice. And today I saw a good bit of that. Guys just want
defense.
They're getting irritated. And that's something Todd Bowles said yesterday. He's like, we probably jinxed it yesterday by asking, aren't you so happy that you have a team that has a lot of chemistry? They like each other. They don't want to fight each other. And Todd Bowles is like, you just wait. You probably just jinxed it, and we're probably going to see maybe a couple scuffles, but so far, that hasn't been the case. These guys really do.
Is rising.
These guys
fights yet.
No.
They're getting after it. They're
competing.
Football.
If it happens, it's football. We're not playing tennis or sorry for my tennis people out there, but this is football, and that stuff is going to happen.
We're going to lose tennis player viewership. It's going to just plummet.
The tennis audience just left the video.
Watch out for Logan's notes app apology to all you tennis players coming out after this.
I'll ChatGPT that and write something up there. I thought, too, real quick, just on the field, Rachaad White, I thought he had some really good vision and some plays. He had a breakout play, which would have gone for a touchdown.
He did, probably in a real game, too.
Yeah, it looked good.
Whole accelerated burst feed.
Rachaad looked good today. I thought he had an impressive day. Just off of interviews, we got to hear from Hassan Reddick. I think the number one thing that comes out from that interview is he's just having fun. He said this is extremely fun, and this team that he's playing with, and he's loving the battles that he's facing with Luke Goedeke.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting how highly he praised Luke Goedeke, right? He said he's got very, very good hands, smart player,
tremendous
always
player.
Asking questions. He says iron sharpens iron, which Luke Goedeke then said the exact same thing when we got him next, which is kind of funny because that's one of all the cliches, one of the GOAT cliches.
Yes, it is.
For sure. He's putting up Tom Brady numbers in camp here. But yeah, I think just how highly he thought of him as a competitor who can make him better. And Hassan Reddick, has been an 11-plus sack guy for so long now. You've seen it multiple places he's been.
Yeah.
Pretty big compliment, I think, to give Luke Goedeke when you're going up against him.
Yeah, this guy's dialed, man. He's one that is just trying to perfect his craft. He's not about all the kind of extra chatter and talk. He's mentioned that since he arrived in Tampa. He's just here to get work done and get after. And he feels like this defense, the sky's the limit. He said there's a lot of energy, a lot of guys chirping throughout. It's not just one person, so that's great to hear. And then going over real quick to Luke Goedeke, he brought up a pretty funny story here where back in college, he said a defensive end told him sack. He was yelling sack while he was blocking him, and so Luke thought his quarterback was sacked, and then he let go on the play, and sure enough, that pass rusher that he was blocking went back there and got back there and got the sack on the quarterback. I thought that was hilarious. And so since then, Luke Gedeke shared that it don't matter. I'm going to go to the whistle and probably more. We see that on Sundays.
Oh, yeah, we do. We do for sure.
I love it. I love his physicality. But that's going to be the wrap-up here for Day 8. Ocho here will monitor and see the Bucs hit practice tomorrow morning again. Then they'll have a day off on Sunday. So we'll see if Baker Mayfield comes out here. But I think for Buccaneers fans, they can feel good and rest at night. Baker Mayfield's fine. He didn't have anything on the hand, and it's something, yes, we will continue to watch. But, that's something that he's dealt with a little bit throughout his career as being a shorter guy, as a shorter quarterback. Sometimes
you hit
that
those
hand,
helmets, you hit those shoulder pads, guys.
And it's happened in games for Baker too. And like I said too, in the instant reaction to the injury, he came out here yesterday, even after the injury, and finished practice throwing, and actually was throwing really nicely too.
Yeah, he was.
Positive optimism.
Yep.
That's going to do it. See y'all tomorrow morning.
Indeed.
Peace.